Bluetooth mode. Connection successful.
Om Shri GURUBHYO NAMAHA. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Shiva Shambho Hara Hara Shambho. Om Narayana. Bhavanasha Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Shri Rama. Let us chant from 12th Anuvaka of Rigveda, 7th Mandala. Then we'll see some common sense thought, then Sankalpa Prarthana, then our Upanishad study to invoke the grace of Parabrahma Adi so that we become fit to realize that Parabrahma. Om Aganma Maha Namasaya Vishtam Yodhidaya Samiddhasve Durone Chitrabhanum Rodhasi Antarurve Swahutam Vishwatah Pratyancham Samahna Vishwaduritani Sahwanagnishtave Dama Ajatavedaha Sano Rakshishadduritadavadhya गृणत उत नो मघो नः त्वं वरुण उत मित्रो अग्ने त्वां वर्धन्ति मतिभिर्वसिष्ठाः द्वे वसु सुषणनानि सन्तु यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः प्राज्ञये विश्वशुचे धियन्धे सुरग्ने मन्मदीतिं भरध्वम् बरे हविर्न बर्हिषे प्रीणानो वैश्वानराय यतये मतीनां त्वमग्ने शोचिषा शोषुचान आरोदसी अपृण जायमानः त्वं देवा अविशस्तेरमुञ्चो वैश्वानरजातवेदो महित्वा जातो यदग्ने भुवनाव्यख्यः पशून्न गोपा हिर्यः परिग्मा वैश्वानर ब्रह्मणे विन्दगातुं यूयं पात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 14 समिधा जातवेदसे देवाय देवहूतिभिः हविर्भिः शुक्रशोचिषे नमस्विनो वयन्दाशेमाग्नये वयन्ते अग्ने समिधा विधेम वयं दाशेम सुष्ठुतीयजत्र वयं घृतेनाध्वरस्य होतर्वयं देव हविषा भद्रशोचे कानो देवेभिरुपदेवहूतिमग्ने याहि वषट्कृतिञ्जुषाणः तुभ्यं देवाय दाशदस्याम यूयं वात स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः 15th उपसद्याय मीढुष आस्ये जुहुता हविः यो नो नेदिष्टमाप्यं यः पञ्चचर्षणीरविनिशसाददमे कविर्गृहपतिर्युहा स नो वेदो अमात्यमग्निरक्षतु विश्वदः उदास्मान् पात्वं हसः नवं नु स्तोममग्नये दिवः शेनाय जीजनम् वस्वः कुविद्वनातिनः स्पार्हायस्य श्रियोदृशेरैर्वीरवतो यथा अग्रे यज्ञस्य शोचतः सेमां वेतु वषट्कृतिमग्निर्जुषत नो गिरः यजिष्ठो हव्यवाहनः नीत्वा नक्ष्य विश्वते द्युमन्तं देव धीमहि सुवीरमग्न आहुतः आहुत शव उस्रश्च दीदिः स्वग्नयस्त्वया वयं सुवीरस्त्वमस्मयुः उपत्वा सातये नरो विप्रासो यन्ति धीतिभिः उपाक्षरा सहस्रिणी अग्निरक्षांसि सेदति शुक्रशोचिरमर्त्यः शुचिः पावक ईड्यः स नो राधांस्याभरेशान सहसो यहो भगश्च धातुवार्यं त्वमग्ने वीरवद्यशो देवश्च सविता भगः दितिश्च दातिवार्यम् अग्निरक्षाणो अंहसः प्रतिष्मदेवरीषदः तपिष्टैर्हजरोदः अधामहीस्न अयस्य नादृष्टो नृपीतये ऊर्भवा शतभुजिः तन्नः पाह्यं हसो दोषावस्तरगायतः दिवानक्तमदाभ्यः 16 एनावो अग्निं नमसोर्चो न पातमाहुवे प्रियञ्चेतिष्ठमरतिं स्वध्वरं विश्वस्य दूतममृतं स योजते अरुषा विश्वभोजसानस द्रुतवत्स्वाहुतः सुब्रह्मा यज्ञः सुशमीव सूनां देवन् राथो जनानाम् उदस्य शोचिरस्तादाजुह्वानस्य मीडुषः उद्धूमासो अरुषोऽसो दिविस्पृशः समग्निमिन्दते नरः तन्त्वादोतं कृण्महे यशस्तमं देवा आभीतये वः विश्वासूनो सहसो मत्तभोजनारास्व तद्यत्वेमहे त्वमग्ने गृहपतिस्त्वं होतानो अध्वरे त्वं पोता विश्ववारप्रचेता यक्षि वेशि च वार्यम् कृधिरत्नं यजमानाय सुक्रतो त्वं हि रत्नदा असि आनरुते शिशीः विश्वं ऋत्विजं सुशंसो यश्च दक्षते त्वे अग्ने स्वाहुतप्रियासः सन्तु सूरयः यन्तारो ये मघवानो जनानामूर्वां दयन्त गोनाम् येषामिडा कृतहस्तादुरोण अपि भ्राता निषीदति तास्तायस्व सहस्य द्रोहो निदो यच्चान शर्म दीर्घश्रुत समन्द्रया च जिह्वया वह्निरासा विदुष्टरः अग्नेरयं मघवद्भ्यो न आवह हव्यदातिं च सूदय ये राधांसि ददत्यश्व्यामगाकामेन श्रवसो महः ता अंहसः पिप्रुहि वर्तृभिस्त्वं शतं पूर्भिर्यविष्ट्य देवो वो द्रविणोदाः पूर्णां वष्ट्यासि चम् उद्वासिञ्चत्वमुपवा पृणध्वमादिद्वो देव ओहते तं होतारमध्वरस्य प्रचेत संवह्निं देवा अकृण्वत ददाति रत्नं विदते सुवीर्यमग्निर्जनाय दाशुषे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Today's common sense thought is very simple. Either follow the gurus or follow the shastras or copy the co-travelers who are on this horizon along with us and doing well, or use one's own intellect. By all these four or any of the fifth, sixth methods, see to it that we are in the Adhyatmika sadhana patha to our own contentment, to our own satisfaction, to our own beautiful confidence that we are living the life fully well. So, what are the things again to repeat? Either study the Shastras. When we study them, the guidance, the directions are given. Just to follow them. Then also, because we are following, we definitely grow because Shastras talk about Adhyatmika Marga, Adhyatmika Laksha only. Wonderful. So I'm studying Shastras, in the Shastras, ऐसा करो कह रहे हैं, करते जाओ मिल जाता है वो. How nice it is, you see, if our minds and hearts are that way, surrender to the Shastra. Some people that way, keep doing sadhana, keep on evolving. पढ़ा शास्त्र समझ लिए और बढ़ते गए आगे करते हुए साधनाएं, है ना. ए ग्रेट गुड ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल दे आर देयर. बस शास्त्र पढ़े, अपने घर में बैठकर कर रहे साधना. Nobody knows that they are existing only. Forget about they are doing sadhana. But they are doing. Slowly they are unfolding. They are enjoying that. I am studying Shastra. विष्णु शास्त्रम पढ़ा मैंने, उसमें ऐसा लिखा है ऐसा करने को. गीता पढ़ा मैंने, ऐसा कहा करने को. कर रहे हम. I am doing accordingly. I am seeing the transformation, the change. We can also, how many books that are there? Select a few good ones. Best is Bhagavad Gita, one or two Upanishads, isn't it? But live life according to them. Want it little more simpler? Then take up some text by Adi Shankara Bhagavan or any of such Mahatmas who are appealing to you. हो जाएगा काम. One way is Shastra Adhyayana, Shastra Anusarana, then Sadhana, then Pragati. The other way is what? Hold on to some Mahatma Guru. More people grow through this path. That one or the other Mahatma they hold on to and then scrupulously follow. More people grow means among the people who are growing, more percentage is this type. Not necessary that anybody who goes to the Guru or listen to the satsang follows the sadhana 100%. You know, we are the examples. We are saying among those who are growing, the maximum percentage is those who are with the Guru and listen from him and blindly they follow. Guru has decided for them. They surrender to the Guru. And Gurus have nothing to gain by misguiding the disciples, etc. Isn't it? They only want one thing. Like I am in that higher stage of evolution, experience, bliss, liberation. Let these people who are surrendering to me, having hope on me, having Shraddha on me, let me guide them. He has no other purpose. The one who has got through Viveka, Vairagya, Vijnana, the complete Mithyatva of the Jagat, Mithyatva Jnana of the Jagat, and who is reveling in the absolute truth, what he has to gain in the world and for what purpose, he has to cheat the people. He won't do it. Therefore, that beautiful surrender to the Guru Maharaj and then asking him and just doing the sadhanas. Because surrendered, the Guru monitors also his growth. If more freedom is given to the Guru, even he hints at, cautions also, कि this way if you do, it will hinder your spiritual progress. You need not do that. ये करो, it can enhance your speed. In that way, Guru himself takes initiative to guide if he finds the disciple to be that way, unconditionally, totally surrendered. Wonderful, that also is the way. है ना? So the Shastra Avalambana or Guru Upadeshanusara sadhana. Third one is what? Use your own intellect. Isn't it? Many people do this also. Use intellect. Study Shastra, take the help of Guru, but use their own intellect also. Assess where do they stand. Assess what they are doing. And understand कि if this doing continues, what will be consequence? Because they are intelligent, they are able to estimate. Like मैं दिन भर खा रहा हूँ, पी रहा हूँ, सो रहा हूँ, टीवी देख रहा हूँ, गप्पे मार रहा हूँ. So what will be my future is so obvious. Filled with tamoguna, filled with rajoguna, total blankness regarding spirituality. And because I'm not working also hard outside, all my punya krita phala is getting exhausted. then I'll be somewhere useless something. पता चलता है, an idea, little thinking. Do you want like that? Thinks. He thinks for himself. "Arey, what's this happening to me? How my day is spent? I should not spend like this." So he thinks for himself and works hard, does tapasya silently and goes on improving, changing himself. Self-made man, spiritually. They're there. Many people. Wonderful that also. Why not? Why underestimate anybody's intellect or abilities? People that way also grow. In the world outside also, in the Adhyatmikata also. How many rishis, mahatmas, but halka pulka sa guidance they have taken, all rest is their own personal. They have done it, they could do it. They are intellectual, they are mature, they can think, they can visualize, they can see, they can understand, they can estimate. They know what they have to achieve, they know what to do for it, and they do it. Once in a while, they consult some Mahatmas and tell them, ऐसा कर रहा हूँ ठीक है क्या? It's very good, go ahead. But most of it they do themselves. है ना? बिजनेस में भी होता है कि नहीं खुद ही खरी जा रहा है कभी कभी किसी को पूछते हैं otherwise he is enough sometime he falters and he learns from it again keeps on moving he's a self inspiring personality मजेदार लोग होते हैं वो भी nobody is lesser or more than anybody huh? Never ever think in this angle the main thing is the sadhana being done the are we progressing spiritually वो important होना है किसको क्या सूट करता है let him do that. Isn't it wonderful? It is. Okay, I myself am intellectual, I am alert. I know the value of time, I know the value of human life, I know the value of the resources that are given to me. I know the what do you say, the capacities in those resources given, including my own personal Dehendra Manobuddhi. I know how they go wrong, I know how they destroy. I am very watchful, careful. Dekho, I will not allow it to go in that way. Self-made people, they don't come under any obligations. They are strict with others, with themselves too. They are very clear in their goal to reach, and they are very clear in their planning also and executing. Once a while, the plan may go wrong, and many of them change it also. They are egoless for that matter. Though they are having all that self respect and esteem to work on their own path, yet they are ready to change, rectify. Wonderful it is, no? A अलग ही personality होता है. Even that way also one can keep on doing and growing. In that Shastra अवलंबना तो होता ही है, but he is more of his own thinking, planning, and he is pure. He is honest. He wants to reach the goal. He is not misusing his own sadhana or he is not having any other outer goal other than Paramatma. The fourth type is what? Very intelligent there also. They look around the people who are good, who are well established in sadhanas. So they copy them. And that also the way. That's what his capacity. And there's nothing wrong. I know the other buddy is getting up 5 o'clock doing Gayatri. He will also get up and do. फायदा तो होगा ना that person goes to pilgrimage every 3 months. अब ये भी जाएंगे, isn't it? Our own co-travelers, along with us who are traveling, they also can be a very good source of inspiration to us. When we are getting inspiration and not jealousy, nothing wrong. If he is doing, let me do. He studies 4 hours every day, the Shastras. I'll also study, if not 4, at least 2. अब benefit हो गया ना? Isn't it? In that way, looking at others, somebody get destroyed. Looking at others, somebody gets developed. By one's own effort, many people destroy because empty mind, nothing to do, nobody to ask, full freedom. That freedom also somebody uses to put effort for some growth by oneself. People are there to misguide us, the gurus, dushta gurus, people are there to guide us. There are Satgurus also. There is Dushastra also, Artha Shastra, Kamana Shastra, Bhoga Shastra. That type of lots of literature. Somebody read it, follow it, and destroy themselves. There are Moksha Shastras, Dharma Shastras also are there. So, good Shastra, bad Shastra. Good people, good gurus, bad gurus. One's own good nature, bad nature. And people around, good friends, bad friends. They're always there. Whoever is choosing whatever and doing whatever is getting that. In that, where do we stand? Finally, all discussion should culminate in focusing our attention on ourselves. Where do I stand today? In my spending the day, and therefore in my spiritual path. Then, from any of these ways, one has to plan well, one has to execute well, and one has to assure that one is spiritually growing. The Siddhanta Jnana about Atmavastu is growing. The Siddhanta Jnana about the Mithyatva of the Jagat is growing. Then the Nishcha conviction that in the Mithya Jagat, other than samsara, there is nothing. Then the conviction that only in the Atma Prapti there is moksha. Then how to get out of the identity and involvement with the outer Mithya Jagat of Rupanama and inner Mithya Jagat of Panchakoshas. How to reach to that Sadvastu. Although the journey is very long, but let one think in these lines, contemplate bit by bit, little by little only. Nobody in the world knows that we are doing because that doing of ours is so small and insignificant. But doesn't matter, that's how it starts. जैसे अब हम class कर रहे हैं, it is so small and insignificant, nobody knows in the world. But for us, this is the sadhana given to us by the Lord. And our sadhana is for us, not for recognition by the people. It's for our own understanding. We are studying every day. We are regular. We are sincere. How beautiful, you see. अच्छी बात है. Nobody need to know. Like that, do we know our own neighbors, how much upasana, anushtana, tapasya doing? We don't even know how much your wife or husband also silently doing. जरूरत भी नहीं है. करते रहना. So absolutely, exclusively focusing attention on one's own self. How much the conveniences I am using for sadhana or the bhoga, thoda soch kar, slowly from the bhoga sthiti to the sadhana we have to enter. Okay, in the sadhanas, out of many, one thing we can give little more importance and value is tapasya. And value that sadhana. I have to become tapasvi. And tapasya is sadhana only. Sadhana is tapasya only. What is the tapasya sadhana? Pulling ourselves away from the samsara karana and putting ourselves in the moksha karana. This is called tapasya. At all levels of our personality. Like the eyes want to see something of the worldly nature. With the same eye, try to see the Divya Rupa of the Lord. That's called tapasya. The tongue wants to utter, these are those words. Sometimes fighting, quarrels, insulting others, abusing. Instead of that, let that mouth be chanting Bhagavan Nama or Upanishad mantra. This is tapasya. All the time the mind is worried, concerned about the people. Isn't it? And in that also, most of the time, selfish oriented thoughts only. Instead of that, the mind is having emotional touch to the Lord only with gratitude, prayerful mood, with emotions. Oh Lord, you have given me all this. Thank you so much. See to it that I am on the path only. Allow not the Maya to overpower me of Rajo and Tamo Guna. This is called the Bhashyam. Our intellect, thinking about how to succeed in the outer materialistic world. Instead of that, how to conquer my own lower nature and strengthen my positive higher sattvic nature and utilize it for adhyatmic pragati. The one who is intellectually this way thinking is doing the tapasya, isn't it? Instead of bhoga, when one does yoga, it is called tapasya. isn't it? Nidradi, the body seeks. उसको थोड़ा ठिकाने पे लगाकर उस समय को साधना में यूज करना, तपस्या है ना. We want all the people to meet us, talk to us. We have to talk to them. Instead of that, close your eyes, talk to the Lord only, or listen to the Lord. He is continuously speaking. In this way, with Jnanendriyas, with Karmendriyas, with Antakarana, Prabhu Sambandhi doing is called as tapas. That's what we have to learn. That पकड़ हमको मिलना चाहिए जिंदगी में ये करने का. मिलता है हमको once in a while when good blessings are there. But that's not enough. Continuously we have to be in that only. And that is always by our choice and by effort, because if it is somebody's choice, we may not like it. Like you are coming to class, those who are regularly. Not compelled by anybody. It is your choice. Nobody can stop. And if your own mind says no, then you also will be irregular. You may also give up for your own, whatever the thinking. But choice is ours, isn't it? Anything told by others will not last longer to motivate us. It is our choice to do. Then, because it's our choice, we become responsible or committed और हम करते रहेंगे. अपना है, मेरा choice है classes करना. If it is by somebody else's telling, that won't last longer. From within it is always there. Like that. So, in that way, either from studying Shastras or from listening to the Mahatmas or from one's own personal ability to think, or at least by copying from others, the good things let's do, spiritual things let's do. Keep on growing. That's the main message. Maybe not be inadvertent in this regard. फिर एक और बड़ा बात है ये भी, every moment wherein we are not having that sense of urgency and we are not consciously putting our effort for our own awakening to the self, that moment we are in inadvertence. That moment we are in pramada. In that way, if you calculate, whole day we are in pramada only. The two pramadas are, one, not at all doing regarding sadhana anything, therefore that progress is in its way stopped. Second pramada, knowingly or unknowingly involving in those thoughts and actions which strengthen our samsara. Mahapramadha है ना. Knowingly or unknowingly we keep on doing. और जैसे सेल फोन में, इंटरनेट में यूज करो या ना करो, ऑन करो तो खर्चा होता ही रहता है कि नहीं. उसी तरह knowingly or unknowingly we do, two things will happen. One, the Yamaraja Chitragupta is noting the things, किसका क्या फल देना है. दूसरा, our vasanas impressions are growing. If we do something else, because we are not doing spiritual things every moment, this is called as pramad. You understand? Like after this class, take 1 hour time. In that 1 hour time, how much contemplation I have done on the self alone counts matters as sadhana. If not, then we are in pramad, inadvertence, because of which the forgetfulness of the truth happens and the remembrance of the world happens. The jignasa for the truth goes away and the desire for the world grows. देखो, sadvasanas are hidden and durvasanas are strengthened. Ultimately, every seeker at his highest level of maturity will have to come to this understanding and then utilize every moment for the Paramatma. Ultimately, हमको वो स्थिति आना चाहिए, तभी साधना शुरू हुआ. You can say, then only you can see the conspicuous growth happening. If today, if we are not growing means we are not doing. So simple it is. What we are doing is only class, that too a little bit. बाकी दिन भर जो कर रहे हैं वही होता ना, and everybody knows what they are doing. So in this way, not giving chance to pramada, fully engaged in tapasya, taking any of the 4 techniques given, let us involve all through the day in the Adhyatmic sadhana. Bas, हमको बाकी किसी में नहीं. Just like the bhogi arthi involves in the bhoga and artha, we the moksha should involve in mukti giving sadhanas. Om, 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 Om Sahanavavadu Sahano Munaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम येरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं वदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ विदिताखिलशास्त्रसुधा जलधे महितोपनिषत् कथितार्थनिधे हृदये कलये विमलं चरणं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणं. ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मन्दिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्यक्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरन्तर शास्त्राध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Friends, chant from 16th mantra, 4th chapter. अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः. ओम घृतात् परं मण्डमिवाति सूक्ष्मं ज्ञात्वा शिवं सर्वभूतेषु गूढं विश्वस्यैकं परिवेष्टितारं ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. एष देवो विश्वकर्मा महात्मा सदा जनानां हृदये सन्निविष्टः. हृदा मनीषा मनसा विक्लुप्तः य एतद्विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ते. यदा तमस्तन्न दिवानरात्रिः न सन्न चासन् शिव एव केवलः. तदक्षरं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं प्रज्ञा च तस्मात् प्रसृता पुराणी. नैनमूर्ध्वं न तिर्यं च न मध्ये परिजग्रभत. न तस्य प्रतिमा अस्ति यस्य नाम महद्यशः. न सन्दृशे तिष्ठति रूपमस्य न चक्षुषा पश्यति कश्चनैनं. हृदा हृदिस्थं मनसा य एनम् एवं विदुरमृतास्ते भवन्ते. अजात इत्येवं कश्चित् धीरः प्रपद्यते. रुद्रयतते दक्षिणं मुखं तेन मां पाहि नित्यं. मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः. वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीः Avishvanta Sadamitva Havamahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. First mantra is so precious, so beautiful, so patiently we are trying through to understand it. We have seen the mantra is Ya eko avarno bahudha shakti yogat varnananekan nihitartho dadhati vichaiti chante vishwamadau sadevaha sano buddhya shubhaya sayunaktu. Dekho, there is one Paramatma. Second, the world created by Paramatma with his Shakti. And we, with so much of study of Upanishads, which are talking about the Adhisthana Paramatma only, still see our importance, our value, our awareness, our attention, our identity, our involvements are with the projected world only. This is a power of Maya, power of Avidya, power of Moha, power of Vikshepa, etc. We have to feel it. भाई हर दिन उपनिषद पढ़ रहा हूं तो उपनिषद वेद्य ब्रह्मन alone should be there always in my thoughts, in my contemplations, in my efforts to identify with. But that's not happening only. The projected world only I am involved in. See, that much, that means how much of lack of conviction, how much of lack of committed practice to wean away our attention from the binding projected world to the liberating reality. While studying Shastras, we have to observe this in us. So here so clearly it is said, Yaha Ekaha Avarnaha, that one Lord who is Nirvishesha, he alone with his Shakti Yoga, Varnyan Anekan Dadati, takes up different Varnas, Nihitartaha, without any purpose. Ante Vichaiti. At the end, he dissolves everything. Vishwam. Sahadevaha. That's the truth reality. We have to realize it. Again, see, the guidance of Rishi is to realize that self. Again, we have to continuously pray to that self only to give us Shubha Buddhi. And the last line is Sa Naha Buddhya Shubhaya Samyunak. The minimum thing which we can do is the first step of sadhana which we can start is, and it should be continuously maintained, is this prayer. Shubhaya Buddhya Sanyunak. O Lord, give me the Shubha Buddhi, Shuddha Buddhi, Adhyatmika Buddhi, Tattva Jnana Avagahana Samartha Buddhi. Keep on praying to that. Lord, in this way, Shubhaya Buddhya Sayunaktu. So, intellectually, this is the understanding. Sa Ekaha Varnaha, that one Lord, Nirvishesha, Nirakara, Nirvikara, he only Shakti Yogat, Nana Prakara, he only Vibhati appearing. And he is the one maintaining at the Kala of Sthiti. Laya Kala, everything he himself is dissolving into himself. O such Lord, give me Shubha Buddhi. The Shubha Buddhi is in which first abiding in the reality, thereafter in the expression of the reality in the form of this Jagat, playing as per the rules, as long as we are in the Upadis. That knowledge, that conviction, that way of living is called Shubha Buddhi. May I be blessed with that. Naha, all of us. Asmabhyam, Asman. Asman Shubhaya Buddhya Sayunaktu. Sayojayatu. How many times we have to pray this? Till it reaches to that Paramatma. That prayer, that deeply, that intensely. Here is where little more clarity should come to us. We have to accept the presence of that Paramatma. Though he is Nirupadika, yet he responds to our prayers. Therefore, with utmost Shraddha, I pray to him with full clarity that only with the Shubha Buddhi that the Brahman is understood, Brahman is desired, Brahman is tried for, and Brahman is realized. श्रद्धा के साथ, conviction के साथ, we have to pray Shubhaya Buddhya Sayunaktu again and again, till that prayer reaches to that core, the self, and the response comes. In that response coming, are the blessings sent, if they reach us, when they reach us, that buddhi gets opened up, the intuitive buddhi gets opened up, for which we are struggling now through everyday study. In that intuitive buddhi, suddenly the importance given to the Rupa Namatmaka world goes away. As you see Tulsidas, only in Rama Bhakti, as you see in the other bhaktas, other jignasus, like the people like Parikshit. The moment it was said that within 7 days the snake will come and bite, you will die. Immediately intuitive buddhi awakened what the best can be done for a person who is going to die. That inquiry has set in him. Called all the rishis, Brahmana, he asked them. By the time they started answering, Shukadevji came. He asked him that question only. He said there is nothing other than listening to Bhagavad Kathas. The most important thing that every time we have to do throughout life, especially when we are going to die. तस्मात् भारत सर्वात्मा भगवान ईश्वरो हरिः श्रोतव्यः कीर्तितव्यश्च ध्येयः पूज्यश्च नित्यदा म्रियमाणेन पुरुषेण. See that intuitive intellect woken up. Then he just, so too in that Parikshit, Nachiketa. My grandfather gave Annadana, he became famous. My father is giving Sarvaswadana to get the Swarga. But in both of them also there are limitations. What is that having gained which nothing remains to be gained? There is no desire even to be alive or dead. What is the state of being? वो intuitive intellect open हो गया, just became single-minded. So many things are put in front of him for tempting him. He didn't even look at them. He didn't even look at them. He just says, Tavaiva vaha stavanutya gite varaste me varaniya sa evaha. Even in Mandukya also, it's the same shloka. In which text yesterday that thought came that we don't even recognize their presence also. Yes, in the Mandukya Upanishad, only in the third Advaita Prakaranam, in that mantra number 43 or 44. Dukkam sarva manusmutya kama bhoga nivartaye ajam sarva manusmutya jatam naivatu pash. Not even the drushti there towards. That's called the Nachiketa's intuitive power. In the Arjuna also it got woken up. In Lord Rama also when he was young, that intuitive buddhi came wherein total devaluation of the binding world, total value and respect to the liberating self, seeking that alone. Such people just give up everything. Yadahareva virajeta tadahareva praprajet. Go to whatever the distance is required. Do whatever the surrender seva is required, but they seek. Somebody in the scientific field, then when they get the opened up intuitive intellect, they will become scientist. Somebody in the Desha Seva, they enter into politics, forget everything, बस लगे रहते एक एक को एक एक तरह का बुद्धि खुलती है तो he is in that busy. So here, Sanobuddhya Shubhaya Sanyunaktu, when these prayers are intensely done, when they reach to the divinity, when the blessings come, this intellect opens up, for which we are struggling, wherein our full convictions and efforts are only to realize the self and no other thing. अभी तो thought for knowing the truth reality is not at all coming. We are still as an ego busy in impressing the world or obtaining the world or indulging in the world. Huvanaivavi. That's what here the Shruti Mata is guiding us. You are not asking, therefore you are not given. You ask, you will be given. You should know what to ask. Ask for whole life depends on the buddhi, the sarathi. Therefore, Shubhaya Buddhya Sayuna. Vijnana Sarathiriyastu Manapragrahvan Naraha Sodvana Paramapnoti Tadvishnoho Paramam Badam. Kathopanishad. Buddhi is the Sarathi of our Jivana. In the Sarathi Jivana Buddhi, when the Vijnana is there, then why will we go for the binding world? That Vijnana will happen when there is awakening of the intuitive intellect. That happens by the grace. And that's why Shubhaya Buddhya Sanyunakto Sahadevaha we are praying. See the clarity here. Upanishad Mata herself is telling us to pray. In that prayer, the basic thing is our desire for such spiritual buddhi is expressed or shown or intensified. Then the totality is anyway there to bless us accordingly. Total blesses individual as they want. But the want is correct or not, that decides whether we later on enjoy or suffer. फल के रूप में. So, Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Sayunaktu, O such Brahman, the Lord, give us that Shubha Buddhi to have conviction about you, to know all the sadhanas to be done to reach you. The Shubhaya Buddhya Samyunaktu is equivalent to Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Again, yesterday in Prashnottarattamalika, by the Brahmana, who is to be done the Upasana? Gayatri, Arka, Agni, then the Saguna Shambhu. In that, every mantra, Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat, Tanno Rama Prachodayat, and Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. That is like this. Subhaya Buddhya Sayunaktu is equal to Naha Dhiyaha Prachodayat. So we have to say, my intellect is now overpowered by the mind's Rajoguna and body's Tamoguna. Let my intellect be freed from these two clutches and have its own native Sattva-guna, which is called Shubha Buddhi now. With that Shubha Buddhi, what is the purpose of life, goal of life? Kastam koham kuta ayata kame janani kome tataha iti paribhavaya. Sarvam asaram vishwam tektva swapna vicharam. Like that in the Bhaja Govindam, what a Shubha Buddhi does is taught throughout the text. A Shubha Buddhi Yukta Vyaktis Vicharana and Vyavahara. Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Sanyunaktu. Let us say it 11 times. Sano Buddhya. First, remember that conscious Brahman, the Atman, the reality, the Supreme Self, the truth, who with his infinite Maya power himself is appearing is the form of bird which is enchanting to us, and we are getting lost in our emotions, attachments, etc. of the mind and indulgences of the senses. Therefore, we are bound. We have to come out of it. We are praying to that Lord only. Saying to him, O Brahman, O Lord, Buddhya Shubhaya Sayunaktu Naha. Now chant, Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Sayunaktu, Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Samyunaktu, 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 Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Sanyunaktu, Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Sanyunaktu, Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Samyunaktu, Sano Buddhya Shubhaya Samyunaktu. Like the child, till that Shubha Buddhi is awakened, we keep on praying like this. उठना ही नहीं उस प्रार्थना के स्थल से. Keep on doing it. From that prarthana mood, we should not come out. When keep on doing, our innocence, if at all we are so, is registered by the Lord. Then he says Tathastu immediately. That intuitive sixth sense or awakened opening of intellect. Then we will see how kya karu main din bhar, only realizing the self. For that, what sadhana is required, that only I will do. If that's not convenient in the place where I am staying, I take the permission of people and go where it is possible. Isn't it? शुभ बुद्धि बंदा ऐसा उनको लाइफ इतना easy and simple होता है sadhana. For us, it's very complicated because our buddhis are Shubha. What is Ashubhata in the buddhi? Everything other than Paramatma we want still. It is all the Shubha buddhis Nischaya only, no? निश्चयात्मिका बुद्धि ही, बुद्धि का काम ही निश्चय लेना. Now our buddhi is taken the nischaya of being a samsari. That's called ashubha buddhi. Same buddhi when it takes the nischaya, vyavasayatmika buddhi rekeha kurunandana, only for Paramatma, it's called shubha buddhi. है ना? When the grace comes, it happens. Therefore, ask. Saha naha buddhya shubhaya sanyunaktu asman. I loved this sentence, Baba. Because at this level of our helplessness, energylessness, knowledgelessness, commitmentlessness, other than Bhagavad Kripa, what can save us? What can divert us, guide us toward the Lord? Forget about claiming that result. So, ya ekaha avarnaha बहुधा शक्तियोगात् वर्णान् अनेकान् निहितार्थो दधाति विषयिति चान्ते विश्वमादौ स देवः सह नः बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तुः. तो सह देवः is explanation about him in the above. After explaining that glorious Lord and Lord's glory, in the last line, such Lord is prayed. Saha, Naha means all of us. Buddhya Shubhaya with Shobhayamana Tattvika Buddhi Samyunaktu. Wherein just we are seeing nothing but the reality. है ही नहीं कुछ, बाकी सब कल्पित. यथावत सत्य को तत्व को पकड़ने वाली शुभ बुद्धि. Now continuation. The Sarva Rupata of Paramatma is explained. One of the very essential things to be understood, practice is to be done, that everything is his own Rupa. Right? And that Rupa of him has inherently the power to enchant us, mesmerize us, bind us, if the truth is not known. Therefore, first seek the truth of the reality, the Paramatma, then Sarva is his Rupa only. And the other way also is what? The entire Rupanama, which is the expression of Paramatma's Maya Shakti, for us to protect from it, its clutches, only one sadhana is, everything is that Paramatma only. Yesterday also this topic came again in the Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Grantha. Mithyatva, Dvaita Mithyatva, Advaita Brahma only Satya. Even in the Ramakatha also, Sri Ramji Sarvam, that was told to us Uttarakanda. You know, Sarvam Brahmamayam is the way again by which we protect ourselves from giving undue value to the Rupanama and get deluded, enchanted, mohito, then run towards it. इससे बचना है तो सर्व ब्रह्ममय, और ये सत्य है, झूठ नहीं. तो the सर्वरूपता of परमात्मा is being told in every शास्त्र. सर्वात्मा भाव कहते हैं कहीं, यहाँ सर्वरूपता कहते हैं. Finally, everything is here only, whatever we are seeing. Brahmarpanam, Brahmami, Brahmagno, Brahmanautam, Brahmayvatena Gantavyam, Brahma Karma Samadhina, Sarvam Brahma. And what we are studying Gita mein is same thing. The Paramatma is neither Karta, nor Karayita, nor Bhokta. Clear? And that is his original essential nature. Then can there be anything other than him? No. Then in the empirical, practical world, when the karta, karayita, bhokta is happening, it is who? It is he only playing the play. That's the meaning of knowing the Lord transcendentally, knowing the Lord immanently. When we revel only on this knowledge again and again, pakad aa jata hai. This is the price we have to pay. That patience we have to have. That shraddha we have to maintain. That liking we have to have. That consistent effort is required. Just like in reaching any of the worldly goals also. गोल वर्ल्डली हो या प्रापंचिक हो, सब आध्यात्मिक हो, परिश्रम तो वैसे ही रहता है भैया, त्याग तो वैसे ही होते हैं. But in the achievement of worldliness, it is empty with all the efforts and it is gained. It is endful. Whereas when spiritual truth is realized, always I am that self. There is no falling from it. There is no forgetting it. There's no coming back to Jiva Sthiti, Deha Sthiti and getting out. That's the beauty of the spiritual goal. कि यद गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते, इसलिए उसी को हमें पाना है. बाकी सब निवर्तन्ते. करोड़पति will become roadpati. Very famous person becomes infamous. Brahmadeva, Indradeva also, if they have not realized the self, once that post is finished, which is the result of their own upasanas, tapasyas, ashwamedha yajnas, whatever, they'll be somewhere in Gandharva Loka or Yakshaloka or in Bhuloka, somewhere in government office, working as LDC. Who? Indra finished his Indra Sthiti because all his punya with which Indrapada has to come got exhausted. अब आकर बस कहीं बैठे. All of them are that way temporary. But once I realize I am Brahman, no return. That's why the glory of it. Now what is the Sarvarupada Paramatma? Yasmat Saha Eva Srashta. Because of this reason, that he alone is the creator, point one. Two, Tasmin Neva Layaha. That everything dissolves in him only during the Pralaya Kala. He is the creator in the beginning, and at the end, everything gets dissolved in him only. Tasmat. Because of these two reasons, Saha Eva Sarvam. He alone, everything. Na tataha vibhaktam asti. There is nothing vibhaktam other than him, apart from him, independent of him. Na tatra na tataha vibhaktam asti. Iti aha. This is what is said in Mantratrayena, three mantras. See that logic? Because everything is coming from him, staying in him, going back into him. Therefore, at the time of staying, Sthiti Kala, everything is he and he and he alone. Him and him and him alone. Yasmad sa eva srashta. Okay. Tasminneva tlayaha. Tasmat saha eva sarva. So, before creation, he alone was there. There was no problem. When the dissolution happens, he alone will be there. There is no problem. In between, only when the world is seen, that time only we are not able to understand. Except that in this form also, that Paramatma only is there. So he created and everything ends in him only at what the end. Wherefore, in between also, Sthiti Kalame, everything is he only. तो तस्मात् सह एव सर्वं न ततः अन्यदस्ति विभक्तम अस्ति इति आह मंत्रत्रयेण. Three mantras Shruti Mata is implying to tell us that everything is he only. In the list, anything missing out, everything can be added. Because you can't write everything in a book. कि पेड़ भी भगवान है, डाली भी भगवान है, उनका रूट्स भी भगवान है, पत्ता भी भगवान है. The paid is Lord. So it means everything should be understood, including every vriksha jat. इस तरह से we have to be expansive in our understanding. Some are given, understand that everything is he only. Let us chant the mantra. Number 2. Om Tadevagnistadadityaha Tadvayustadu Chandramaha Tadeva Shukram Tadbrahma Tadapastat Prajapatihi Tadevagnistadadityaha Tadvayustadu Chandramaha Tadeva Shukram Tadbrahma Tadapastat Prajapatihi. Sarvam Tad Brahma Eva, that Bodha is given to us. Then therefore lastly, I am also that Brahman, that is taught to me by the Mahavakya Tattvamasi. When I realize it, I say Aham Brahmas. So the simple meaning it, Tadeva Agnihi, that Brahman alone is Agni. Tadadityaha, the Brahman alone is expressing as Surya. Tadvayuhu, the winds is he only. Tadu Chandramaha, moon also he. Tadeva Shukram, any other such luminous objects is he only. Tad Brahma, the Virat Purusha, the Prajapati also is he only. Tadapaha, he is the waters, Tat Prajapati. So Brahma is Hiranyagarbha, Prajapati is Virat Purusha. Virat Purusha is total Stula, Hiranyagarbha is total Sukshma. It's only stages of expression, the matter is same. All of that is He only. See, this sloka covered almost all the things. Pancha Mahabhut, Indradi Devata, Brahmadi Devata, all are that Parabrahma's expression only. There is nothing vibhaktam other than Him at all. This practice we have to. Please remember, samsara is just by practice. In the same way, Vedantic realization also demands the practice. That is Sarvam Jagat Satyam iti Abhyasaha. Here, Sarvam Jagat Bhagavat Swarupam eva iti Abhyasa. ये अभ्यास करना है. We have yoga with Paramatma only when we do the abhyas. Abhyasa is the only way by which the wrong notions go away, the positive notions become strengthened. Like this person has done harm to me, is like any I hate him. कि करते करते अभ्यास inimical toward that person. Then we only suffer in the presence and thought of that person. What is the remedy? I only have to do the other positive abhyas. No. He is his own way, I am my own way. In fact, once, twice, he definitely has harmed me. But how many times he has helped me? He is a good person. After all, everybody is evolving. In that Rupa also, the Paramatma alone is there. Keep on doing the abhyasa. From the root level, that dvesha adi will definitely go. क्योंकि जो आते हैं वो जाते भी पॉजिटिव हो या नेगेटिव हो it will go. Then you can remember that person and not even a trace of hatred. He may be in front of you. You don't even remember whatever the bad happened. You just give the hug. You just exchange the pleasantries. You just inquire how are you. You have practiced it. At the higher level, don't even allow the precipitation of raga dvesha at all in the heart in any of the interactions. That alertness is the higher sadhana. वो होता है when you have Vedantic ज्ञान की everything is mithya and that's not my goal. Everybody behaves in their own way. My goal is Paramatma. I need not get entangled in my raga or dvesha to anyone. If this type of vaccine अगर हम पहले ही लेते हैं, so then none of these infections will happen to us. A world entering into us. That's the highest sadhana. जो भी कचरा है उसको निकालने के लिए अभ्यास करना होता है. That we are telling to tell that such knowledge has practiced every day. That everything is Paramatma. Till that something is not Paramatma, negativity goes away. Then when everything is Paramatma, attitude is respect, reverence, service. अब देखते देखते अंदर से काम क्रोध राग द्वेष सब चले जाते. That's the vichitrata. You need not put any extra effort. Take everything as Lord and behave. If it is Lord, how you have to behave. See, yesterday, Lord Sita Mata knows the Mahima of Rama. Therefore, she goes on doing the sadhana, seva to him without mana and dambha. Even while doing seva to Sasoma also, तीनों सासों वहाँ सीता जी का उन्होंने बताया. यहाँ राम जी का भी कहा, she knows Rama Mahima, therefore she was going on doing the seva. So to everything is Bhagwan मानकर सेवा भाव से रहते रहोगे तो nothing is unduly valued with raga or dvesha. Need not react with raga dvesha. There is no samsara. That's the benefit when we see the Paramatma only everywhere. This shloka is telling us that ये वाला आगे वाला भी. ठीक है. अब भाष्य में क्या है? तद एव इति. That alone is everything. This mantra is there. I am commenting on that. So tadeva atma tattvam. Tadeva means what? That topic which is under discussion called as Atma Tattvam, the Brahma Tattvam. Tadeva means Atma Tattvam को हर जगह ऐड कर लो. Agnihi, that alone is fire. Tad Adityaha, that alone is Surya. Eva Shabdaha Sarvatra Sambandhyate. Eva Shabda should be added everywhere. Okay. Tadeva Agnihi, Tadeva Adityaha, Tadeva Vayu, that eva shabda should be added everywhere. So tadeva is Atma Tattvam Brahma Tattvam Agnihi, Brahma Tattvam eva Adityaha, Brahma Tattva eva Vayu. Dekho, the trick of the mind. When you say the Vayu is Brahman, still the value is given to Vayu. When you say Agni is Brahman, still there is secondary importance to the Brahman. Agni is valued. But see this way, Brahman alone is Agni. Value is given to Brahman. Brahman alone is Vayu. The value is given to Brahman. So everything is God. It's a lower level of sadhana. God alone is everything is higher sadhana. They look to be almost same, but little difference in their effect, as we just now proved. है ना? अग्नि ही भगवान है कहोगे तो अग्नि को वैल्यू दे रहे, भगवान ही अग्नि है तो भगवान को वैल्यू दे रहे, वो हमको भगवान को देना चाहिए, इसलिए तदेव तदेव. ठीक है, एव शब्द सर्वत्र संबध्यते. सो तदेव अग्नि, तदेव आदित्य, तदेव वायु, तदेव चंद्रमा. So here the Tat Brahman is important. He alone is in the form of all of them. Because all of them should exist, should have Chit Sarupada in them, that existence and Chit, without which they cannot be, that is Brahman only. Or as per the above shloka, Bahuda Shakti Yogat Varnan Anekan. उसी का कंटिन्यूशन है ना ये. भगवान with his own अनंत माया शक्ति, that he is expressing as Surya, Chandra, इत्यादि, वायु, अग्नि. So तदेव आत्मतत्वम अग्नि तद आदित्यः एव शब्दः सर्वत्र संबध्यते. Then तदेव शुक्रम इति दर्शनातु. Again तदेव word is used in second line. Therefore eva should be added everywhere. Oh, okay. Shesham rujo. The remaining things are so straight. Tadeva agni tadva tadaditya I told you. Tadvayu tadu chandrama tadeva vayu tadeva chandrama is so straight. What is there for me to explain as Bhashyam? He only with Maya Shakti Bahuda Dadati. Dadati means Vidadati, means appears only. Shesham Ruju. Now Tadeva Shukram. Shukram means here Agni, Aditya, Chandra, three luminous objects are sent. To mention all the other luminous objects like the nakshatras, the grahas, the tarakas, ityadi, Shukra Shabda is used. Tadeva Shukram means Shuddham, means Anyadapi Deeptimat, means Nakshatradi. Shukra means Shuddham. Shuddham means Deeptiman. Deepti means Kantiman. Kantiman mein some are already told. The things which are not told, like Nakshatradi, that is the meaning of the word Shukram. Shukra means Nakshatradi. Because Shukra means Shuddham, Shuddham means Deeptiman, Deeptiman means Surya, Chandra, Agni, Nakshatra, ityadi. But Surya, Chandra, Agni are already mentioned. What is left is Nakshatradi. Therefore, Tadeva Shukra means that alone all these stars, etc. Then Tad Brahma, the next word. That Parabrahma Paramatma alone is Brahma. Here Brahma is Hiranyagarbha Atma. The Samashti Sukshma Sharira Abhimani. Tadeva Brahma. Then Tad Apaha. Apaha is the waters. He alone is the waters. From where the life starts. Finally, Sa Prajapati. He is a Prajapati, Virat Rupa Paramatma or Virat Atma. तो स्थूल शरीर समष्टि स्थूल शरीर अभिमानी विराट आत्मा समष्टि सूक्ष्म शरीर अभिमानी इज कॉल्ड हिरण्यगर्भ. ही दैट आल्सो ही अलोन. सी एक जगह बैठकर ये सब लिखकर ध्यान से कॉन्टेम्पलेट करके when we try to understand, then the understanding happens and it sorts out all the doubts, questions, and there's nothing much to be worried about. The fact is put in front, that's it. Because he only Nana Shakti Yogat Avarnan Anekan Vidadati. You know, when this is repeatedly contemplated, then the biggest confusion that there is a world existing other than Paramatma, the biggest mistake goes away. It is his Leela, his Shakti, everything is he only. In whatever the way it is. Even in future, whichever are new things that are going to come up, all are his expression only. Like आगे जाकर जो नए घड़े बनेंगे वो सारा मिट्टी है, नए आभूषण बनेंगे, they're all gold only. New houses will be made, there will be nothing but cement and concrete and patthar and heat only. Yad bhutam yacha bhavyam. Everything is he only. Right? The other two mantras also talk the same. Tam stri, tam pumanasi, tam kumara utava kumari, tam jirno dandena vanchasi, tam jato bhavasi vishwato mukha. Shankara Bhagavan doesn't give commentary. He says, Spashtaha mantrartha. He doesn't know that for us, everything is aspashta. So tomorrow we will see this and next one, that Paramatma Sarvarupata is done. Next now comes the Prakriti Jiva, that which are also essential for us to know. Remember, much before clicking the Brahma Tattva to us, what is said in the Upanishad mantras that has to click? Literally. For that also we have to repeatedly listen and study. Thank you. Om 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 Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Paramarshibhyo Parabrahmane Shruti MAATRE Namaha. Shall we study Gita for some time? Please come.